How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and today shipment was introduced. Well, I guess maybe not today, depending on when I upload this. It'll probably be the next day. But shipment was introduced, and along with that, we didn't really have much else to be happy about. I know that there was a bug fix for the vital proficiency in the STG, which is huge. That was plaguing multiplayer. It was absolutely 100% broken. The most frustrating thing to die to. Now that's gone. The STG is still annoying, and the MP40 is still, well, really annoying to play against too. So they'll be weapon patching for that. But also, the shotgun nerfs that we're expecting, which are confirmed by Sledgehammer Games to be coming, didn't really happen today, but there was sort of a slight adjustment apparently to the buck and slug ammo attachment. Now, what changed? They just said they nerfed it. They didn't bother going into any detail whatsoever about what changed. So naturally, I'm guessing it's just the range and all that. And so I went in to kind of test it out and see what was kind of different about it and kind of give you my recommendation for what to run with this now. But spoilers ahead, Buck and Slug is still probably the best ammo type. It's still really strong, especially with certain attachments. Now, what I did was I kind of went in and compared some of the one-shot ranges. Now, keep in mind with these one-shot ranges, they're generally kind of stomach and chest area, but I did notice if you're aiming more towards upper chest, there's a possibility you get some pellets to hit the head, or the slug might even hit the head. So you might be able to get a lot more range, but generally speaking, this is kind of where you might get a one-shot kill. And if you're aiming chest, that's sort of what you want to be doing with this ammo type. So if you're aiming chest, you might get a little bit better one-shot kills. There's some weird damage mechanics going on that I haven't figured out yet with this stuff. And also, it's kind of hard to tell what's hitting what with the buck and then the slug, so just bear with me. But here is all the pre-nerf one-shot kill ranges for buck and slug. And here are the post results. So as you can see, there really wasn't anything changed at all. I mean, the combat shotgun was the only one that kind of got a little bit of a nerf. If I was aiming for that chest level one-shot kill, I was getting about 22 meters, which is just 2 meters short from where it was before with the chest. And if you're just aiming basically torso, like stomach range, you're getting about 14 meters, which is still really good. The only downside, of course, is that aiming down sights is really slow. But then when we compare the others, like the revolving shotgun, which in my opinion was the worst, the Gracie and the double barrel, they're all the same. The base guns with buck and slug, no other attachments, are all the same, which means that I don't really know what happened other than the combat shotgun getting a nerf with buck and slug specifically, and not really the other shotguns. It's kind of weird. I don't know if I'm losing my mind here, but yeah, so that means those broken attachment setups, well, not really broken, but I guess just kind of really overpowered, like the revolving shotgun getting 29 meter one-shot kills, chest level with the buck and slug in 12 gauge, that's still a thing. And arguably that was, I think, worse than the combat shotgun, but I think the combat shotgun's big problem was mainly the sawed-off barrel, because I think that increases damage so much that you may have seen Exclusive Ace's video on it where it basically just takes one pellet to hit in 7 meters. Well, I have news for you. That didn't really change, and apparently, like I'm saying, buck and slug only really seems to have changed for the combat shotgun, at least for ranges. I haven't really noticed any other changes. If you have, be sure to let me know in the comments below, and I'll pin your comment and let you everybody know what's changed. But as far as I can tell, nothing substantial here. There was really no substantial nerf. It's still a really good attachment. In fact, I have something to show you. So you remember that clip in Exclusive Ace's video where he basically got the one pellet kill with the combat shotgun, where he's using the sawed-off barrel for more damage, and he's using packed powder along with, I think, the 10-round mag? Well, yeah, he was getting one pellet, one-shot kills around 7 meters, but what happens when you put buck and slug with 12 gauge with the sawed-off barrel? And this is post-nerf to the supposed nerf to buck and slug, so just watch. One opening. Yeah, so one pellet, that's basically all it took. If you saw my crosshairs, that's all they can really hit at that point. One pellet at around 12 meters, that's almost double the range, and you're killing someone. So this nerf didn't really do much. If you were worried about this being really bad for buck and slug, don't worry. It's still basically as good as it ever was. Specifically for the other shotguns, it only seems to have really taken a hit on the combat shotgun. But guys, if you really want the combat shotgun to be really good, it's still really good. And also, the 12 gauge ammo type is, I think, one of the big problems with it. More specifically, the sawed-off barrel. I think that combination just, it makes it way too simple for people to kind of get easy kills with when they're just hip firing. I've never really been a big fan of that. I much prefer to be accurate and have to be accurate to get my kills, but with this, it's just a little too forgiving. So if you want to know what this setup is, basically just put the sawed-off barrel with 12 gauge and buck and slug. and it's like nothing changed really. The ranges are just a tad bit shorter, but really if you're hitting your target anywhere from, I don't know, 10 to 20 meters, they're pretty much gonna die. So that kind of sums up this video. It's kind of a quick update video to let you guys know that not really much has changed at all, except for maybe on the combat shotgun. So go crazy. This is just, I have a feeling, the precursor to the real nerf. This was sort of just getting a small patch for something, but I don't know why they chose just fucking Slug. That wasn't really the issue. There's a lot of other issues. But yeah, get used to it. There's also going to be a ton of other nerfs for the shotguns, I'm sure, since they've already confirmed it. Sledgehammer Games, again, I'm going to tell you, are nerfing the shotguns. It's been confirmed by them. So just be on the lookout for that. And as soon as I know about it and as soon as I get to testing and all that, I will try to have a video on that as soon as it happens. Just be patient with me. This isn't my full-time gig. So be patient with me. I'll have the videos up sooner than later. But with all that being said, guys, I want to know, what do you guys think of this nerf? I said that in quotations with my hands because that wasn't really a substantial nerf. And what do you think overall of the nerfs that are going to happen? What would you like to see? How would you like to see them balance these shotguns? And with all that being said, guys, I will see you in the next video.